it's a back and forth, the point hovering at 99. It's an all in from both sides, offense, defense, both trying to stop it. What's up, and welcome back to Willy's War of the Week, episode 2. As you can see, this war gets a little intense, and it is a bit of a banger. In this war, we were on the server Cathasia fighting in the territory Ebonscale. We had Impulsive, a Covenant company, on the offense going up against Quacked, a Syndicate company, on the defense. Both of these guys are pretty evenly matched, with Impulsive swapping factions not too long ago and having a good run so far as Covenant, and Quacked just coming to the server not too long ago and getting their roster finalized and really starting to take form. But with that being said, as I say, let's quit the yapping and let's get into the War of the Week. Does it look like Impulsive making their way over here to the C side and going pretty wide? Does look like, oh, they're going very wide over here. A point hovering at about 5, going to be going on 10%. Nothing at B or C just yet, but A point, that free point. These wide wraps are so rough. Yeah, it really is, man. I'm not a big fan of it, but like I kind of I understand it, you know, like from the war perspective, I get it. So A point still at 50, going to be going on 55. I don't think the defense is going to send anyone to try and stop that. Yeah, defense going to be saying, you guys can have it. It's whatever. We don't care. A point at 75, going to be going at 80%, going to be slow ticking, going to be going down soon. Now, again, somebody said Impulsive ego doesn't match what they can do. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, there was a lot of question marks on my rankings of Impulsive. If you want to do exclamation mark tier list, I got you. But yeah, there were a lot of question marks. A lot of people were wondering why I put, I mean, they were really on me saying that they deserve to be higher. So we'll see. I mean, and this isn't like, you know, me talking trash. I mean, I want to see it coming. I want to see, you know, the meat and potatoes. I want to see them actually pull it off. So B point hovering at about 50, going to be going on 55. Nothing happening on the C side. B point ticking. B point ticking up to 60. Slow moving. Attackers again doing a decent job. No influence on the C side, so not a bad look coming out from Impulsive. B point at 75, going to be going on 80. Defense, I'm kind of surprised. Quack needs to get some bodies on the point. Defenders are actually struggling really hard here to try and stop the influence from ticking up. Impulsive having a great start right now. B point ticking 275, going to be going to 80%. Attacker is looking good. Now, this is looking a lot like the Festival and Dopamine War, but Festival was able to stop him on the B side, but it looks like Impulsive is looking very strong in the clump. Counter crash coming in from the defense in the top right quad. Impulsive has to be careful. Does look like the Duckies playing Duck, Duck, Goose on the point, and they're taking it to the top right quad. I don't think there's a lot of bodies going down. It does look like the defense stops it for now, but B point still hovering pretty high. I don't see a lot of bodies on that point. Impulsive actually having a pretty solid look right now. B point hovering at about 80%. Defense still trying to keep the toes on. I love the way the healers are positioning right now, trying to make sure they're getting the bodies on the point. B point moving at about 90, going to be going up, could be going down soon. No influence on the C side again. So yeah, I mean, kind of crazy that Impulsive is able to keep this influence up, but are they wasting time by doing this? I mean, yes, they are close, but C point does need some pressure most of the times in these situations. So we'll see if they can pull it off. B point could be moving. It's at 75. Does look like defense going to be crashing. Counter crash coming in from Impulsive, though. Defenders crashing first. That might be a death sentence from them. I don't know if Quack had to crash there, but it doesn't look too bad though, actually. And yeah, this is kind of coming down to wasting time. Again, we saw this literally just in the Dopamine War, where the B point was at 80%. They wanted to stay on the B side because it was so juicy. The influence was so hot and spicy, but now problems arising. You know, you're not able to take the point and you're wasting time. So we're starting to see some bodies on that C side. C point hovering at about 10, going to be going on 15%. So attackers trying to get that down, but now it's looking scuffed. C influence back to pretty much 0 and B influence down to 40. So Impulsive kind of messing up the macro a little here. I do feel like when that B point was ticking up heavily, should have sent probably some squads to C side to try and just get that pressure up. I know it can be tantalizing though, and it did get close. So no, you know, it is what it is. Nothing against the Impulsive squad. I understand the play by staying and trying to want to fight on the B side. I do expect a side point play coming out somewhat soon. Yeah, C point at 25. Shout out Impulsive for crippling their roster. Wait, what do you mean by crippling their roster? How'd Impulsive cripple their roster? I'm curious. B point still at 25%. Dude, defense is frying them on the B side. They're just trying to make it back to point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100% run. C point's taking about 45 though, and this is the big play. This is a big play. Attackers need to play life right now while the defense rotates to C side. This is what we need to focus on. C point at 50, gonna be going on 55. Still slowing though. B point hovering at about 20, going on 25. So both points still ticking up. B point still hovering. C point ticking up. Now this is good. This is very good. This is very good for Impulsive's macro. Defense, they got to rotate to C side. Quack cannot stay at B for too much longer. They got to send some squads over there. They're wanting to try and get a clear on B and then rotate C, and they want to hold 2. I'm a little worried, but B point's hovering at about 35, going on 40%. So they did rotate to the C point. We're going to find out if it was enough for the attackers to take the B side. B point still at this 45, going to be going on 50%. Attackers getting a lot of pressure and agency on the B point, but C influence going back down. We might be seeing a rinse repeat of what we just saw. C influence back to 0, B points at 50, and then guess what? Defense are going to be able to rotate right over here to the B side and more than likely stop this. So what I would like to see coming out from Impulsive is a commit to the C point. I would love to see them just stay on the C side. It does look like defense, I think, is getting enough pressure on the point. We'll see though. They might be able to take it this time around. Respawn time is slowly getting longer. But I would just, if I was playing for safety, right? Safety, I would say just commit to the C point, but they might try an all in on the B play. And again, we might see kind of a rinse repeat of what we saw just a little bit ago. B point still at 70, going on 75 here. And yeah, where's the pressure on C? I mean, I don't know. Okay, yeah, C point starting to tick up. Okay, good. Yeah, now attackers, they got to try and let C point tick up here. They can't like greed for B point right now, because defense right now is going to be looking for a crash. Defenders are going to 100% be looking for a crash on B side. Attackers, just there's no point for the offense to try to be crashing. They should just be playing life while C point ticks to about 50%, because I promise you, when C point gets 50, then you just dog the B side. But it does look like B point hovering about 85, and it looks like it might not matter. Yeah, it might not matter. B point hovering about 90, slowly ticking up. C point taking about 45, going to 50, and the pressure on the C point is going to be enough. I think defense is going to be going back to the side point. So yeah, not bad. B point goes down. No, you know, the 10-minute 2-point hold, I mean, yeah, it's a little tough, but to be honest, this is a macro thing, I feel, for the most part. Kind of weird on the macro, in my opinion. Does look like C point at 50 though. Impulsive is trying to lock in. Impulsive trying to lock in right now. C point hovering about 50%. That's okay though. Slight regroup coming out. Yeah, 10 minutes, 7:30, same thing. Yeah, whole 5 of them chilling in healer heaven. Yeah, the side point's going to be really the sauce, right? This is going to be truly what is going to define, is what's going to define this this Impulsive roster, because now there's no macro that you can really cope on, you know what I mean? So side point probably going to be getting relatively active right now. We'll see. 22 minutes, guys, and again, I want to see Impulsive cook here. Yeah, I would love to see Impulsive do a good job here. Now, obviously, a flute has been tossed out in Cathasia, but in Cathasia, anything's possible. Literally anything can happen on this server. Every time we throw a flute out, it seems to be, it's just counteractive, man. It's counteractive. They seem to win. Now, Impulsive getting some early agency here, and maybe this is what they needed. C point going to be slow ticking up. C point hovering just a little bit. The defense trying to withstand that onslaught, but already not a bad look for them to able to just kind of jump on the side point already, get into defaults and start slow ticking. The defense answering them pretty handedly though. Nothing too convincing just yet from the offense. They may be getting in defaults, but it's nothing crazy. We need to see crashes coming out. Not to just keep bringing it up, but these guys are very cocky. Impulsive is a very cocky company, and that's good. You want to have that kind of gusto. You want to have that kind of energy in your life, you know, but with Impulsive, you never know. If you can't own up to it, then people might call you out for it. So, but right now, Impulsive having a decent war, but we need to see some solid influence ticking up on the side point shortly. 20 minutes left here. No real influence just yet. Yeah, Impulsive, they gotta look for these crashes. Crashes are going to be the name of the game, but take a look at the Appa Appa. The Appa Appa is, it's feeling pretty good. The Appa is feeling good here. for the defense. Defense not too worried about it just yet. Okay, big crash coming out here on the bot right quad. Is there going to be a counter crash from the attackers though? Big counter crash coming in from the offense. Is it enough? I mean, they get like a kill or two. We need to see Impulsive tick it up. Yeah, so Impulsive has to step here, and they're feeling the pressure too. They know they have to step. Impulsive realizes, hey, we got a kill or two. Like, now is the time. Like, it's these small things, you know, it's these small incremental things that's really truly gonna matter. Like, especially in a very competitive war, getting 2 kills may not seem like a lot, but in comp wars, bro, that can be make or break for, you know, the start of a momentum change. But unfortunately, the crash was not enough, and now Impulsive going in for another regroup, the second regroup within the last, like, I would say 4 to 5 minutes. So attackers trying to get some cleanse pots and get back in the mix, guys. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left here. We're almost halfway through this war. Attackers having a bit of a slow start, and again, Impulsive, they got a lot to prove. They ended up faction switching, which is something I haven't brought up just yet, but they did faction change to Covenant. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they were Syndicate for a while. They ended up switching it around. So 18 minutes left here. Does look like attackers getting some pressure into that Appa Bond. Yeah, so it's going to be a big push into the Appa Bond right now. Hose ain't loyal. Faux show. Getting that focus. They got scared and then swapped. Yeah, I mean, yeah, at the time, I mean, I could kind of see that. It is what it is, man. I know F-Baller is big scary bad guys. So 17 minutes and 30 seconds left. Attackers really trying to tap in right now. Impulsive got a lot to own up to here. They want to try and cook, but I don't know if they can. Defense Quack, they're doing a great job, I gotta say. Gonna glaze the ducks for a second here. Ooh, ducks are good with glaze, but no. Glaze the ducks for a second. They're doing a great job. They're just locked in. Nothing really too crazy coming out from the from the defense, right? They're kind of, it's just another day on the job for him so far, but don't want to get caught lacking. Does look like Impulsive is going to start taking the point hovering at about 5. Just a little bit of influence. Crash coming out here from the offense in the top right quad. Was that a solo deado? I don't know. I don't know. It looked, if that was a crash, it was not a very big crash. So attackers got to be very careful. C points at 5 going on 10, but I think defense might be rearing for a crash soon. And look at Appa, guys. Look at Appa, bro. The defenders are going untouched. The kill squads from Quacked has to be just doing numbers right now. Quacked is kind of popping off at the moment. C point hovering at about 10. We can see this great POV of us right now. We're just chilling. We're simply chilling. Kill squad diff, I mean, it's kind of looking like that, I'll be honest. I'll be honest, it's like the way that the positioning is for the defense, they're feeling extremely comfortable. Okay, wait a minute, big crash is happening on the point right now. Attacker's gonna be locked in. C point hovering at about 10, gonna be going on 15%. Impulsive, looking good, doing a decent job for the first time here on the side. Point gonna be going up to 20% here. Now attackers starting to feel a little momentum. C point at 25, wanna be going to 30% soon. We'll see. 16 minutes left. C point ticking about 30. Impulsive doing a good job. Defense gonna be wrapping around that point. Attackers really got to be careful. Defenders taking control of the attacker road, and it looks like we're pretty much swapping sides. C point hovering at about 40, going to be going on 45, and it's going to be another crash on the left side of the point, but defense going to be counter crashing. Impulsive has to be very careful. Big counter crash coming in from the defense, but it's not going to be enough. C point going to be taking about 50. Offense doing a good job keeping the toes on the point. C point at 50% here. Defense has to be careful. They don't want to let them have influence for too long. They got a lot of toes. Defenders staying alive on the top of this point here. Defense, they know they gotta stay stepping, they gotta stay on. C point still at 50, gonna be going on 55. Defenders doing enough right now, but Impulsive has a lot of heat. Impulsive has a whole lot of heat right now. C point moving about 50, gonna be going on 55%. Attackers doing it up. Impulsive wants to keep that momentum going and flowing. C point looking damn good. Defense still getting some kills here. Impulsive, they want to take it a fort soon. They don't have much time left. We just passed halfway through this war. There is not a lot of time left here. C point moving about 50, going to be going on 55%. Impulsive trying to get it down. They're going to be big crashing, big stepping coming out from the defense though. Defenders know they got to step in. Impulsive. I got to say the point team for Impulsive is kind of cooking right now, guys. The point team for Impulsive is doing it, and it looks like C point hovering at about 60, going on 65. It's past the 50% threshold. C point hovering at about 70, going to be going on 75%. Defense needs to crash on this point. Impulsive might be taking it to fort against Quack right now. C point going to be moving. It's slowly taking to 75. You can see a lot of the defenders trying to look for a crash on the top of this point, but attackers, they smell blood in the water. They want it. And is there going to be a counter crash? There just might be. C point, it's at 75, going to be going to 80, going to be taking at 85% here. Offense going to be locked in. Defense needs a big play. C point's hovering. It's at 90, going to be going on 95. Attackers looking for the win. Defense going to be looking for an all-in. The point moving. It's at 95%. It's going to be an all-in coming out from the defense. Quack got to get all the ducks on the point. Attackers are all-inning as well. It's a back and forth. The point hovering at 99. It's an all-in from both sides. Offense, defense, both trying to stop it. The point's just hovering at 99%. Quack looks like they might be stalling it out for now. Quack doing just enough. The point hovering. Impulsive, they want it. They want to take it to Ford. Layla in the mix. You got to respect it. Healer getting active, but it's not going to be enough, and it looks like Impulsive might be taking it to Fort, but wait a minute. It's not over just yet. The point's still at 99. Quack, they got all the ducks, the ducklings, the geese, the goose. They got everyone on this point. The ducks might be doing it. The point's still at 99. It's not over. It's anyone's point. The point's at 99.9. 12 minutes left here. Attackers doing it, but it looks like defense might be doing it more. The point's hovering about 95%. The influence going to be going back down, and it's an absolute banger. Quack going to be lowering that influence back down. It's back to about 90, and damn, Impulsive is going to be losing that agency, and Impulsive might have to hit the respawns, get some cleanse pots, and hit a reset because it's not going to be enough coming out here. Damn. I got a drink. And it looks like the C point still at about this 70, going to be going back to 75. It is not over. Impulsive not going for the reset. They believe in the agency and what they have right now. Point still at 70, going to be going on 75 here. Impulsive's not done. Wow, and they're doing a good job with it. They are not regrouping. I thought it was going to be over. Typically, you see a lot of companies going for that regroup, but not tonight. Impulsive wants to keep up that agency. The point hovering at 75, going to be ticking right back up, and Quack gonna have to pull off another miracle here soon if they can't stop the influence from ticking right now. C point 75. C point gonna be going to 80 soon. The attackers are locked in. The defense has to make sure they keep the toes on. And guys, can we please get a shout out to the healer here? Much love, dude. What a beast, staying alive through all of that on that point. That is beastly. I mean, that's what you love to see from your healers, dude. Big stepping, staying alive. C influence going back down to 50. I think Impulsive getting a little too antsy with this. I think they gotta, excuse me, I think they gotta give up the point right now. I think they gotta go for a reset. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, but you gotta go for a reset. So yeah, attackers gonna be hitting a reset. That's why I said most attackers do, because it's really hard to bring that momentum back after like a 99% point there. So yeah. Hey, also Boob, thanks for the follow. Much love. And thank you. Damn, what a hold. Yeah, the commentary. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, it's juicy. 10 minutes left, guys. 10 minutes left on the war. Anything possible. Anything possible. And I'm not gonna lie, Impulsive definitely putting some money where their mouth is. They are showing up. They are having a very good look. You gotta respect it. The look against Quack has been solid, undoubtedly. So kudos to them for having a good war tonight. That, I mean, really, that was a flip. Anything could have happened there, and it's not over yet. It's really not over yet. We have 10 minutes left in this war. We've been seeing a lot of stuff coming out here when it comes to, you know, the flute buff, right? Even in the last 5 minutes, we see companies winning, and this right here, guys, is exactly why I say that Cathasia is the most hype server. Cathasia easily, hands down, is the most hyped server. No questions asked. I mean, this is truly, truly insane, right? Cathasia just firing on all cylinders here. And these wars are they always look like this. Like, I'm not capping, bro. Attackers, I really hope that they didn't lose a lot of their momentum and their, like, you know, I hope the morale is okay after that. Yeah, I hope the morale was okay after that, because struggles. Yeah, it's just struggles, man. Yo, hey, what up, Minik? What's going on with Project Lilith? Oh, it's been a second since that. I think the morale might be shot. I'm hoping not, but I mean, after losing that 99% flip, that you got to be feeling some type of way. Yeah, it's hard to come back from that. I agree, Chairs. Yeah, whenever it's like that, whenever it gets legit that close and stuff, bro, it's really hard to bounce back and be like, don't worry, guys, we got this. You know, it's like, because everybody in the comms is probably fuming. Like, who wasn't fucking stepping, dude? Who wasn't stepping, you know? We'll see, though. 8 minutes left here. 8 minutes left. Fumbling on the 1 yard line. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Literally the similar vibes, you know? 8 minutes left, guys. 2 points down. We will see. Quick hydro homie check. Maybe we get a nice last push coming out from Impulsive. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You need to keep the morale high. Absolutely. That is on the shot caller there. Yo, hey, Crispy. Easy. It's just that easy. Thank you, man. Yo, thank you. Thank you. Are we seeing any merge with the new service? Nothing with the new service, but yes, Lilith is merging to Marama. Yes, sir. And again, Crispy, you're a chat. Thank you so much for the support, bro. 17 months. 17 months. So the bag with Prime, got 2 minutes of ads for my crimes there. Hey, sorry, dude. It does look like Impulsive trying to get on that C side. C point still at 5. Gonna be going up. And Impulsive, again, they had such a big play. They want to try and keep that kind of morale going, and we'll see if they can kind of channel their inner Uchiha. Yo, Droobies, hope you've been well. Hey, yo, Droobies, 26 months. Yo, hey, we almost have a hype train. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. And hey, we got a hype war going on. It only makes sense. Thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left. Droobies, I've been doing great, man. Thank you so much for the love, dude. You guys are the best, bro. You guys truly are the best. Thank you. 6 and a half minutes left here. Yeah, again, I think the wind is kind of out of the sails for the attackers. When is TFR going to start pushing? Hopefully soon. I know we're still getting people transferred over, but yeah, hopefully soon. I would love to get active out here. We're approaching flutes, but man, in Cathasia, I'm scared to flute, bro. I'm scared to flute. What, like, dude, does the flute even do anything? 6 minutes left here. If anything, it's a buff at this point. Every time I flute, people, they just get stronger. But they just get stronger, bro. All right, 6 minutes here, guys. Impulsive, man. Oh, it's gonna feel weird to flute the Impulsive homies after such a banger point there, but we might have to. Yeah, hey, dude, honestly, it's been a banger war, so I think both sides could be happy. It's not over yet. We got 4 minutes left. Also, still one person away from a hype train. Thank y'all for the love. We are going to be getting into another war after this, so don't go anywhere, guys. We have wars all night. We are busy, so C points cursed today. Yeah, pretty much. To be honest, this was a banger, though. Like, I think both sides, even though we didn't see, like, a fort come out from this more than likely, both sides feeling pretty good about this. Yo, the Crouching Falcon. Let's go! Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hey, DZ's in the chat. I'm excited to see the... Also, guys, I'm gonna give a shout out to Layla here again. Guys, shout out to Layla. Guys, hit her with the follow top of the chat. She did a fantastic job this war, and especially on that 99% tick. As a healer, she managed to survive that whole time. So, look, shout out to her for popping off. So, January 12th, I'm getting my butt tattooed. Hey, and again, guys, as always, don't forget to hit that follow if you guys enjoyed the shoutcast, and of course hitting that sub as well. We are going to be getting into another war, so don't go anywhere.